I don't know how to describe it other than like a demon type of sound.
But it's silhouetted, hulking, every bit of 5.5 feet wide, 13 to 14 foot tall, pitch black.
The one thing that ran through my mind when I had this encounter was I don't have a big enough gun.
Your host, two-time witness and field researcher for more than 40 years, William Jevning. Welcome to Creek Devil.
Hello everyone, welcome to the Bigfoot Breakdown. We're going to talk about an article today called Knobby, Where Is He? What Is He? By Jeanae Palmer, Gastonia Gazette. The article starts out, Toluca, let me get this raised up here where I can read it. Toluca from the back roads that wind through the Smokey Mountain foothills and from cities that lie below. The masses are covering on us. The masses are converging on us, usually quiet Cleveland County, a community that it's fair weak. And they are all searching for Knobby, the mysterious ape-like creature folks around here have been reporting seeing for almost a month now. Stop at any one of the... boy, they just jammed all these close together. Stop at any one of the country stores and many homes of that dot the hillsides and you'll hear latest Knobby tale. If your face is strange, no one will ask you why you've come. Instead, they'll offer to direct you to Maine Cook's County House or Sally White's for the first-hand account of sightings. Minnie, an 88-year-old woman who became the first to let her story be known, is so terrified of what may be lurking outside her front door that she won't talk to a visitor unless she's been forewarned of his arrival by her son, Elbert, or daughter-in-law, Ruby. Each time Minnie goes outside the house, Ruby said, she carries a rifle. People aren't just saying they saw it, Ruby said. Thursday afternoon, as she sat inside the store she runs with her husband, they have seen it. The cook's store... the cook's store lies in the afternoon shadow of Carpenter's Knob, the foothills point just west of Toluca, and the landmark from which the creature draws its name. The store and nearby Mountain View Grocery are where area folks gather to swap their Knobby stories, and where outsiders stop to track. Some people write kind of odd.
That's it.
Let's see where we at here. Let's see. Sorry, folks. Okay, let me just go back a little bit. The store and nearby Mountain View Grocery where area folks gather to swap their Knobby stories and where outsiders stop to track down leads to its whereabouts. Everybody that comes in here talks about it, Ruby said. A lot of them are scared to death. Me? Well, I'll just tell you I'm not about to go out looking for it, but others are. Throughout the day, Thursday, a Shelby radio station crew broadcast live from a campground near the base of the Knob. The crew, a smattering of newsmen and a host of curious searchers, spent the night hopping from spot to spot in hopes of sighting the creatures that's caused the stir. Robert Shoup and Butch Craig cut their high school classes to sit by a campfire near the top of the Knob. We're just waiting and looking for it, Butch said, and Russell Cook took the day off from work to go Knobby hunting. Rondell Huffman said, we've been looking all over these woods, looking for signs of it, but we haven't seen a thing. Rondell said their last trek of the day was through a deep gully that runs behind Sally White's house, the site of one of the most recent Knobby reports. Mrs. White claims to have seen the animal 3 times, the last on Tuesday about 8:30 p.m. I heard the dog barking and I looked out. She said he was barking and jumping up. When he did that, I knew there was something outside that was more than another dog. I looked down the path and I saw it, something long and black coming up through the woods. It's the same thing I've seen twice before. Once before Christmas and once right after. That's the best description Mrs. White says she can give of Knobby. But others who claim to have seen it, wandering outside the roadside, snatching food from trash dump, and making his way through the woods, say Knobby is about 6 feet tall, weighs about 200 pounds, has a small head, a flat face, and a dark, hairy body. Speculation about the creature's identity ranges from wandering mountain panther to escaped carnival baboon to misplaced bear to Bigfoot. Blaming the bears again. The supposed missing link between man and ape. A state park developer drove from eastern North Carolina to Toluca to check the Bigfoot possibility. 2 other researchers working on a project for a Massachusetts university spent at least one night on Carpenter's Knob checking out their own theories about Knobby. Area residents say they do not know whether the men have left the area. At least 16 Knobby sightings have been reported since late December in the vicinity of Carpenter's Knob. Earlier this week, Forrest Price of the Cesar, I don't know what that is. Forrest Price of Cesar, a community located about 10 miles west of Toluca, reported finding his goat dead of a broken neck and speculated that Knobby may have been the killer. His brother said he saw the creature roaming the woods near their homes. An animal den and tracks were found about 2 miles from the Price's house. Searchers said the tracks were at least as large as a man's hand and similarly shaped, with a thumb-like protrusion. But most people, both hunters and wildlife protectors, turning up no trace of the mysterious creature as they comb spots where sightings have been reported. Most of this talk is just plain old hearsay, said Clyde Price, whose relatives own a large tract of land near the top of Carpenter's Knob. When something like this gets started, it gets bigger and bigger. Well, what do you think?
The only thing I can think of that relates to this story is a while back, something like this. I don't know if it's the same thing, but a lot of people in that area were reporting supposedly seeing the Sasquatch, and it turned out to be a Native American.
Oh, interesting. I would say if it were a Bigfoot by the description the one lady made, around the Christmas time, it would have been a juvie. But then these other people, the lack of any real physical evidence, the footprints they talk about being, the size of a person's hands would be much smaller than a juvie, that size and description would have been. But now information in there like picking through the garbage. That's definitely something these things do. Right. And usually when there's a group of sightings like that, they said 16 stories, they tend to come in clusters like that in an area when it's a legitimate thing going on, which you would expect. I mean, if there's something real in the area, people are going to see it for a while anyway, or at least some evidence of it.
And with that many people seeing it, you would think there would be a much better description of it.
Yeah, that's the concern I have too. So I'm sort of on the fence either way on this one. How about you?
Same. Yeah.
Folks, what do you think? We'll let us know in the comments what your thoughts are on this one.
Thanks for listening to this episode of Creek Devil. If you or anyone you know has had an encounter with these creatures, please contact us at williamjevning@yahoo.com. That's William, Jevning, @yahoo.com. All communication is confidential. Join us for another program next week. And until then, keep your eyes open.